Millie.
It's strange. I'm back.
So, when did you pass again? Tell me.
Oh God.
Not
October
October the
20-something.
20-something. There
My
was
mum knows it off by
when I
heart.
was reading through the questions, because subscribers put some questions out, and one of them said that they were actually in the test centre at the same time as you.
Oh,
And
hello.
and they passed as well, so well done to that person.
Pass buddies.
Forgive me if I don't say the names of the people who set the questions, but I suppose along the way I'll ask questions to Millie, and then I'm not doing questions at the beginning of the way all the time. So how are you feeling about the motorway lesson?
I'm not nervous about the motorway as such. It's just nervous about being back in this car.
Yeah.
Back with it.
Why?
I don't know. Because I feel like...
What kind of car have you been driving since you passed?
A Ford Focus.
You found it easy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like it. But just feeling the clutch in this car is so much lighter compared to the one I drove. Yeah, this one's so much lighter.
And just one of the questions someone asked was, when you pass your test, just say you pass on a Tuesday, when did you start driving afterwards?
I didn't get my insurance until like a week or so after.
Yeah.
And then I was too scared to drive on my own. My first drive was to work, which is like a 5-minute drive. Yeah. And my mum followed me in the car because I was so scared to drive on my own.
You getting kind of tail on the back? Yeah.
Yep, she followed me all the way to work.
Was she waving to you as well?
She was literally right behind me the entire time. So I was like, I can't do it, I can't drive on my own. And now I'm just like, I'm going out. She's like, okay then.
Excellent. Oh, you mentioned insurance. What kind of insurance you got? If you don't mind asking.
I did a month with Admiral, I think, and now I use Marmalade.
All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll dig out some links for them insurance companies. I'll put them below in the description. People are looking for insurance.
Yeah, Marmalade is a really, really good one.
Excellent. So, should we get driving then? Do we need to talk about the motorways, or should we talk about it on the way?
Talk about it on the way.
Yeah. Because you've done dual carriageways before, haven't you? So there's not much difference.
Not too much.
Let's get going.
The fit. Oh, it all feels so different.
Just take your time. Get used to the gas and clutch and brake.
Did you have the clutch changed? Because I know you said you
I did, yeah. I did. It's a lot higher. But some people like it like that. No, it's a lot lower. I'm getting mixed up. It's a lot lower it is.
Yeah, oh, it is. You can feel it.
Let's go left at the end. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's midday, so... Ooh. Oh, yeah.
And then just follow it down there.
It is different.
Yeah. So you're looking for auto motorway lessons?
Yeah.
So what's kind of prompted you to ask for a motorway lesson? I
mean, my grandparents live in Liverpool, so I've always wanted to be able to drive up there myself.
So that's a bit of a trek, isn't it?
But yeah, it's a drive.
I take it you're going to use a sat-nav to help you?
I wouldn't know how to get there. Yeah, I just want to know how to do it so that when it comes to it, I'm not like scared to do it. So...
I'm just going to adjust my seat actually. I had a test this morning. Who passed, by the way?
My friend passed her test this morning as well.
Did she?
Yeah.
When was it in Bletchley?
No, Leighton Buzzard.
Oh, Leighton Buzzard?
Yeah.
I took a test in Leighton Buzzard last week actually, and they passed.
Yeah, there's nothing in Bletchley from when she went.
Well, congratulations to your friend. So we're going to go left at the end of here then, please.
Okay.
We'll head straight towards the motorway. So it's 1:30 on a Monday afternoon. I've had a quick check on the radio. That's one of the things you want to do if you're going to go long distance. We'll go left at the end.
People always park right here.
Yep.
It's really annoying to get through. Get the pull off right in this car.
Right, doing fine. And then it says M1 in blue.
Yes.
We're going to do a right turn. That's M1.
Okay.
That's one of the things that you want to, if you've never gone to motorway, it's always blue for motorway signs. And they've got their regulations on the motorway slightly different than other roads. Obviously, you can't reverse on the motorway.
Well, yeah.
But some people try.
Do they?
Yeah, they miss the slip road and reverse back. You've seen it?
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't happen often, but you usually get booked for it.
Yeah.
If you miss your your exit.
Oh, that'd be so
take
funny.
the next one. That's the answer, isn't it?
Reversing backwards on the motorway.
Well, what they do is they go on the hard shoulder and they try and reverse back because they've missed it by about 200 metres. And the answer is just drive past it.
Yeah.
Or get into your left side early.
Keep an eye on the signs.
Yeah, yeah. Because they get plenty of signs. So we'll just follow the road ahead for the time being, just keep following it. See on the sign there, straight on blue sign. Stands out like a sore thumb, doesn't it?
No indicator from them. So I've started doing that now. When people don't indicate, I get really annoyed.
Does it?
Yeah. So I'm like, use your indicator to know where you're going, especially if I'm waiting at a roundabout.
And they don't indicate it.
Yeah.
And you could have gone. That is annoying, isn't it?
And then the people behind me are like, why don't you go? And I'm like, because they didn't indicate.
So while we're driving then, because we've got about, I reckon, 10 minutes we'll get to the motorway. Someone's put here, how are you finding big roundabouts on your own?
I haven't done any of the Bletchley ones.
Yeah.
I've tried to avoid them since my test. I find roundabouts okay now. I've really started to pick up on when people are coming around to block.
Yeah.
So I don't find too much issue with them anymore.
Okay.
Which is nice, because when I look back on what I used to be like terrified of roundabouts, now I'm like, well, you can do them.
And you've already mentioned what car you're driving, a Ford Focus, aren't you? What's the furthest you've driven?
Ooh.
Since before? Is it today?
It will be today that it's the furthest I've driven.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead. Sign, that's it. Second exit.
Okay. What are these lanes doing? Oh, this one.
Anyway, you concentrate on this.
Oh, furthest I've driven.
In miles.
Oh, I don't have a clue.
Well,
I don't drive to one certain place for the furthest I've been. I've probably like zipped around Milton Keynes in different places.
Yeah, so you're talking about 5 or 10 miles.
Yeah, probably about 10 miles is the furthest I've gone. Yeah, my trip to and from work is so quick. It's literally 1 mile, I think. So it's usually just short journeys I've been doing.
And then we'll look to get in this left lane if we can.
This is the roundabout I've always been scared of.
And
that's what I didn't want to do.
So you say left goes left?
Yes.
We want second to left.
Okay, so this one here.
That's why we get this point here. Do it nice and early, you know, and it's easier. And then just keep following the road ahead.
I've literally always tried to avoid this roundabout. And it's the first one that we're doing.
Well, if you look back on the video, you'll be able to see it, won't you?
Yeah. It's just there's so many lanes.
Oh, another question for you. I'll let you get off the roundabout.
Just trying to follow what these cars in front of me are doing.
Yeah, I always say keep them ahead of you, and if they drift into your lane, you can slow down.
Right. Okay.
But if they're right next to you, obviously sometimes you can't help it. But if they're really next to you and you're worried about them, they might drift and you won't have a chance to react. This person does here. Do you still watch YouTube videos?
I do. Driving? I watch your ones whenever they come up. I always watch to see.
And final question from this person is, do you love driving?
I do, yeah. I used to be so scared of it. But now I feel like, use your indicator. Now I feel like I've got freedom with it. Yep. Because I'm on the insurance, I can literally just, if I have use of the car, just pick it up and go.
Yeah.
So I can always just be like, I can pick my friends up to go out to places as well. I can just go over to my friend's house. I definitely enjoy it.
Follow the road ahead. They're asking for your advice here. This is one of them.
Lord, okay.
Let me just get the question. One of them's questions about insurance, which you've already said that you've had Admiral and
Marmalade.
Your Marmalade or Marmalade.
Yeah.
Advice for anyone who's about to take the driving test.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah. What based off your experience, if you can remember that far back.
The day of my test seems like a blur. Don't stress yourself out, because I feel like you are perfect. I completely panicked on the hour before my test.
Yeah. And
made myself feel like I was doing so much worse than I actually am.
Just to interrupt you a second, see after the roundabout signs, that lane sign, we're going to go ahead.
Okay. Right. I'm just going.
This,
oh right lane.
Yeah. Because you're not used to the area, you see.
No, I haven't come down this far.
So just keep following the road now. So
this is strange.
So you were getting stressed, was you?
Yeah, I stressed myself out a ton. I just remember sitting and comparing heart rates, and mine was at like 120.
120.
And yours was at like 70 or something, is what I distinctly remember from before the test.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, it was so much easier. Well, not easier, but it was so much more relaxing than I thought it would be, because you really get into the swing of things. I mean, even though it was battering down on my test.
And you just build speed up.
Oh, and there's lorries everywhere.
Don't worry about them. All you've got to do is get yourself into the left lane to start with. And you start checking, because there's a bit more traffic. Is that lorry on your right?
Yeah.
Just drop off the gas and get ahead of you. Just take your signal on. In you come. That's it.
Nice.
And then just cruise. Do you want to put your cruise control